Hello? Hey, Fritz. Where did my window go? I just had it. There we go. And now I don't hear any music. Oh, there we go. We'll listen to a little Loop Hero today. And let's do some testing. I've been kind of dreading this because like a new update, I gotta touch like everything to make sure things are working. But here we are. I keep telling myself I'd have to do it for Minecraft. I'd have to do it for any game. All right, let me first create. We're gonna create a new single player world. I'm just gonna go over like his localization and everything. Are the items that are supposed to be in, are they enabled? Right? Do I have anything work in progress that I should disable? Eesh. Rust Mage works. Oop. / game mode 2. All right, let's take a look here. The crystals. Yep. Okay, so this is a good check. Everything is beyond my comprehension right now, except for some of the basic stuff, right? Like, you should be able to see like engraved mana stone and know what it is, but like the rune blocks, yeah, that's definitely something. Oh, there's a new texture as well. Eldrathrium's changing. I did not propagate that change through to here. Awesome. So that's gonna be something I have to do, actually. You know, with this being a new update, I should revisit the Eldrathrium block in general, because if you notice, it's pretty much like stone when it should be metal. There should not be like an engraved Eldrathrium or anything. I need to look at something like iron and see like what kind of blocks are represented with a metal block. So we have like a riveted iron block, a regular iron block. Kind of pop these down here. You know, I mean, we got like corroded versions. Now's my time to get it right. It really just seems like you get a regular block and a riveted. Is that really the only two building blocks for metal? Oh, look at this. Meteoric iron, riveted. They have like a corroded one, but this is like magic metal. It's not going to have a corroded version. What about copper? Maybe copper is something different. I mean, okay, so there are copper shingles. That looks like it'd be annoying to do. I'm not doing that in this update. But still, it's just a block or a riveted version? Fuck it. All right, let's do it. You know what? I think I will put like the blocks or the brick version. I do like the brick. The small brick, I should say. I like the spacing and everything of it. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty cool, I think. Here, it's better if I do this. That way we see it with the sun, the glisten. So I'm gonna remake that. Can't make metal blocks under normal circumstances. Yep, that's why we have magic. Magic! Maybe I'll do that in a phase 2. So I'm just gonna get a regular metal block and the riveted version. So let's pull up. Well, first things first, I need to completely change that block. Eldrathrium. Normal, small bricks, so really it should be like normal and then riveted. R-I-V-E-T-E-D. I had a feeling I spelled it wrong. So I'll just do like normal, riveted, and then I'll just stick with those two. I can always add more later. Besides, I have like all these different types as well that I need to eventually add. The goal is to have elemental infused blocks, and not really for you know, on like a, you know, an actual use kind of thing, but more like just more building blocks. So if you want to make like a fire castle because you're a fire mage, you should have fire infused material at your disposal to give you the aesthetic that you're looking for. Okay, so since that is done, let's look at my textures. Okay. I'm gonna copy riveted. I am going to get rid of all of this. I'm just gonna have a blank wild card. Pop riveted in there. I'm gonna delete this out. Okay, so blocks Eldrathrium, normal Eldrathrium block. I think I just heard my cat meow from the closed door. I bet she wants treats. Feed me, humans. Where are you? I hear you, but I can't see you. Okay, I think I know how I'm doing this. I think I'm going to have to change the way I'm doing things because I have a basic Eldrathrium down here. Okay, I'm going to save and quit. And I got to start consolidating textures. I'm going to preserve all of the old textures. And then we'll go into Eldrathrium, normal, none. And I'll paste the new texture into here. Now we're going to need a riveted version. I'm going to keep all this other stuff. I'm just going to make a new, because I may end up making other variants. You know, I would like to have a lot of building blocks. If I'm even going to have building blocks, right? So let's do riveted. Copy, paste. Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, everything just shuffled. That would be accurate. So Eldrathrium... R-I-V-E-T-E-D. All right, now I got to make it look like it's riveted. Where's the texture for metal? Let's look at a metal texture. I'll just copy rivets off of that. Metal, here we go. Metal sheet, plate, ingot. Maybe it's plate? Nope, it's not plate, probably sheet. There we go, we got some rivets here. Maybe I should go with lighter rivets. That way they pop a little bit more. Dude, I hate when this screws up every once in a while and I can't open. I gotta like shut the whole thing down. Okay, so what makes it riveted? Looks like it's just a general pixel or two. And then it looks like I darken the outline. Copy, paste. Delete that. Select it all. Let's go to curves. There we go. So I got a nice little line around it now. All right, so the rivet part. Interesting. So it goes dark to light, huh? I'm going to copy this. We're going to open up a new layer, paste it in. I'm going to just pare it down to the rivets themselves. Okay, that was weird. That's better. It's gonna be nice getting this done. I just want to play the game now. That's all I want to do. All right, so now for these rivets, I think I'm gonna go... What am I gonna do? Let's get the select tool. I'll copy everything, hide the layer, and now I'm gonna just try and do a darken. Jesus. That'd be dark, all right. I think that looks all right. You know what I could do? Get the select tool. I'm just going to select the top pixels there. Going to do a copy, new layer, copy, then a paste. The heck. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Oh my god. All right. Now I can hide these layers. So this is gonna, you know what? Maybe it just needs to be jet black. And I probably, okay, so now I probably should lighten the rest of the rivets a little bit. All right. I think I know how I'm going to do this quickly. I'm just going to select, oops, I'm going to select that, delete it out. Perfect. All right, now we'll lighten it a little bit. How you doing, Blurry? Blurry. We won't lighten it too much, right? But I just want the appearance of a rivet. Nice, dark. All right, I guess that works. So I don't spend too long on the texture. Delete. All right, that would be the riveted version. Oh, which I don't even have to do anything because it's going to pull from... yeah, it's going to pull from the type. I still need to put riveted. All right. Copy. And paste. And paste. Okay, so that should... That should work. Let's save... We're gonna rebuild, hop back in, so we should have the new Eldrathrium. This has been a long time coming. I hated the old Eldrathrium texture. It was cool because I'm like, oh, it's kind of like Magic, you know? You got the blue with the purple swirl, but it wasn't a repeating texture. And the more I saw it, like the thing that made me really decide to do away with it was the Transmog Stone. Because actually looking at the different colors for my staves, the red, like red's my favorite color, but it just looked so weird. You know, it's like bright red, and then you got purple and dark blue for the metal. Nah. Delicious. I'm doing good. What about you? Today at least you look more energetic. Yeah. I do feel better. I'm still tired, but I feel good enough to do some stuff here. This is the new Eldrathrium metal. Why is it always... It's always raining in the worlds that I try to play in. There we go. So that's a much better repeating pattern. It's got some shine to it. Let's take a look at things like the ingot here. Let's make a stack. Fuck kidding me. just put one down. I'm in creative. I think that looks pretty good. Let's... Rain, go away. Oh my god. Yeah, I think that looks pretty darn good. Let's look at the riveted version. Hey, it's like a real metal. Actually, I kind of like that too. That's pretty awesome. Oh, look, my favorite question mark block. Hey, there it is. You can do 3 textures at a time for the same block. That way giving more random textures. Yeah, I know I could. But I do that already with like the Mana Stone. But this is just like I can sit here and, you know, kind of nickel and dime the whole thing, just like never release something, or it's just about done, right? I can just add more textures in the next update so people can get to 1.19. And then it's not looming over me too, because that's the other thing. It's been looming over me pretty bad. But yeah, I think that looks good. Looks better than it was. I probably will get rid of that circle that was unintentional. I maybe like level it out a little bit, but good. So the metal, oh, I got to do the localization now for the new Eldrathrium. Tool Prism. So that's the Eldrathrium ingot down here. All right, so I'm going to leave the localization for the other types because I may end up putting them back in just so there are other blocks to deal with. And I'll be like, what? R-I-V-E-T-E-D. Riveted Eldrathrium. Is that how it's... How is it? Let's look at, like, iron. Look at the iron block. What's the name like? Iron block riveted. Iron block. What about copper? Where's the copper? There it is. Copper block, copper block. So they do like riveted. So then I want to stick with the same format. So I will just have it be like this, right? Eldrathrium block riveted. And then Eldrathrium block. Boop. Alright, we're going to fireball that in. I can't wait for 1.19 release. It's going to be a good one. As will try my luck on making classes extra useful, meaning that people will need other players to play. That would be awesome. You know, because if you think about it, you're kind of making an RP, you know, mod. You know, helping out with, like, RP servers. Here, let's take a look at a couple of things here. Let's pull out, like, the fire crystal. I'm going to spot check what the metals look like with the new staves. Like, I cleaned up the textures on some of the stuff. I'm just going to pull up a couple random gem types. I think there's only 3 staves that use metal, the Eldrathrium. Let's get a tool rack so I can see everything better. Let's get a nice creative. We won't go with the jet black. Go with the gray. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. All right, first one's going to be the Druid Staff. Yeah, look at that metal, huh? Hell yeah. With the vines growing up. I may make the crystal a little bigger, but I think that's pretty damn good. Next staff. This one I cleaned up a lot. There was a lot of kind of glitching through. So I kind of... And I got rid of some of the extra stuff at the very bottom. Well, actually, I do have to clean that just a little bit right there. Other than that, though, that still looks pretty good. It's not glitching through. Let's look at the Reaper staff. I love that. The way I have it lined up, it's like you could see the segmentations. Yeah, I like that. I like it. Yeah, that's awesome. I may end up, you know what I should probably do? There are other staves in here that use metal. I didn't like the Eldrathnium before. So I peppered in other metals. I kind of used some obsidian, and I think I should get rid of that. You know, for a staff like this. You know, like I used obsidian a lot instead of Eldrathnium, which is what I wanted. Although having some obsidian in there isn't too bad, right? Like I think the obsidian would look good on like right here. That way it doesn't look like it goes from Eldrathnium right to Eldrathnium. You know, break it up a little. But like this bottom part probably should be Eldrathnium. This part, it'd be cool if it was Eldrathnium, like right there. Reaper staff. Oh, want to... Oh, okay, here we go. Want to do an attempt on RP server that can run 24/7 without the fear of people zooming through content? Yeah, I would like that myself, honestly. A nice RP server. I like the staves, yeah. Reaper staff asks for something like a small blade on the other side. Could do it to where it's like another Reaper staff, right? I thought about that at first, like Chrono Cross, your main character Surge with like the swallow, right? The double bladed. It could be like that with the Reaper staff. Have it just like a scythe like right at the bottom. Yeah, there is more that needs to be done with this. This was just kind of like I focused more on like popping the gem on top and then the blade and the angle and everything. I could be kind of cheeky, right? And I could like maybe copy something like this, right? And then put like the crystal at the bottom, shorten the staff a little bit, and then add, you know, I could add more to it. I sent you something, what I meant on Discord. Do I have Discord up? Oh yeah, I do. Yeah. Good luck making that. Very necromancery. I see what you mean, though. I still think it'd be cool, but that would be more like a melee weapon, have like a double scythe. And then you would hold it more in the middle. You know? You know, for now, though, I think the staves are pretty good. I can sit there and nitpick them more, but I think for an initial 1.19 release, I think it's good. All right, let's double check some localization here. Oh yeah, I forgot to look at this guy too. I enhanced this. I updated the textures are a little more. It's 50% smaller, so we'll get more textures. Before it was just like big blocky. I cleaned up some unnecessary bits in it as well. Like I had some blocks on top of other blocks, like 0.01 off, like offset. I didn't need any of that crap. So that's going to be the new focus. Well, that's the focus that the Rust Mage can make. The poor man's version that everyone can make is going to be this still. So you're going to use it with like Mana Stone. What the frick? Are you kidding me? 1.19. Are you high right now? You must be. What the upside down. Upside down. Yep, upside down. What's it look like in the offhand? That's what I care about. Offhand, it's right side up. This game must want me to never play it again. I swear to God. Let me guess. BS edit. Something was added. Oh! Can't do that. GUI, so the base game just crashed. Cool. Why did I go to 1.19? If I could go back in time, I'd give myself the lotto numbers and say wait a month to update. It's working as intended, right? That was an intentional crash. Something would be fun if you could actually use the scythe staff as a melee weapon. Technically you could, it just isn't gonna hit hard. So you could swing. You could use any of my staves as a melee weapon. They don't do a lot of damage. Same thing, you can use like an axe as a melee weapon. Just not gonna hit hard. As reference is what I meant. Yeah, because you like suffering. I love suffering. It's so wonderful. Let me hold on. Okay. Main hand, offhand. Okay, main hand, offhand. Which means let me open this up. Jesus Christ, man. Come on, man. Alright. TF edit. Dang it. Always something. Rotation. Can I just rotate? Oh, yep, look how it's gonna rotate. Awesome. That's just awesome. Oh, here we go. Can I just do that? Oh, it puts it right back in my hand. It's put it right back in my hand. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Sucks. What if I do like 90 here? I mean, will it get it kind of close? Maybe I'll just need to move it now. Oh, too much. Oh. There we go. I guess that moves it over. Oh. Come on. Come on, baby. Nope, wrong way. Ah. Up a little. It's in my hand. Eek. I guess like that. Like bring it down. Wish my character would move just a little bit. Maybe that, and then we pump it all the way down. I guess that's good. Good enough. Copy. Put this in. Oh, man. Where's my offhand? Where's my offhand item? Tool, focus. Everything breaks. It sees it already? Let me just get rid of the old one. Just get rid of the old one. Apparently everything's backwards. Excuse me. Please restart the game and rebuild what I wanted you to rebuild. Thank you. I'd meant a competent melee weapon. I don't know. I mean, you know, I do want to... So there is something I would like to add. When you become an elemental mage, you will be able to infuse, like, enchant weapons with that elemental attribute. So I wouldn't put it past me to take something like, you know, that scythe, for instance, and actually make it a decent melee weapon. And the only reason why I'm harping on the scythe is because I normally like to play... What do you see this animation? You see this? It's stuck with the... I hate this update so much. Why does everything freaking break? Let me guess. That's right, because sword hit isn't really a thing anymore. But I like necromancers, basically what I'm saying. Like, I've been wanting to play a game where I could be like a necromancer. You know, like the old EQ days. You know what I mean? I've been feeling nostalgic this week. Casting. Smithing wide. Let's paste that in. You know what? I might as well do a search for this right here, because there are probably other items that are being affected. Transmog stone. You got anything? No? Okay. The resonator. I bet the resonator has... Oh, there it is. The resonator would have failed as well. Copy. Where's the resonator? There it is. Paste. Save. Focus I just did. Admin tool. Nope. Wearable? I don't think I'd have it in wearable at all. Actually, I want to play some World of Warcraft. This is what I've been wanting to do. It's funny, every time I mention that game, either people are like, how could you even... It's a monster! And then there's the other people who are like, yeah, I play still. Like they're, you know, being held captive. I've been playing for years. No one's ever... It seems like people aren't really happy. I can't believe you're going back to that game. It's a good game. What the fuck is wrong with you? Alright, I think those were the special things. Guess I'll just look briefly here. Repair kit. Magic chalk, maybe? Nope, didn't put any animations with that. Thank you, past Vice. The sigil, maybe? Nope, nothing. Runic parchment, no. Scroll? Nope. Rusty dust? Nope. I don't think it's on anything here. I think I got it all. So let's just stop the game again. Freaking animations all over the place. You might get excited if you check AOC classes spoiler. There's an necromancer. You're talking about Age of Conan? Wait. What about a mana sword that does 5 mana? Oh, 5 damage, but uses an ass ton of mana. Man, Fritz, that is... Ooh, man. A mana sword. You may be onto something there, Fritz. Ooh, that's good enough to jot down. Hold on. A mana sword. I'm going to add that to... That's so good, Fritz. I'm actually going to add that to my notes on my phone. Hey, Loadclaw, how's it going? Fritz just gave me a banger of an idea. All right, so mana sword. Well, I don't. Does 5 DMG, but costs like 5 mana. Because I could make something where something like that could be rechargeable too. Because I'm thinking of the role-playing aspect of the magic mods. So maybe I could make like mana tools. Instead of like durability, you would have to like repair them by re-infusing them with mana or seeking the guide of, you know, like a spellcaster of some kind. All right, you know, your local fire mage or something. Hey, I'm definitely doing well, Load Claw. How are you doing? Ashes of Creation. I didn't know Ashes of Creation had a Necromancer class. Quite honestly, like, I think I did the Kickstarter for that game years and years and years and years ago, and I'm still sitting here like, you made a battle royale, all right, like, when is the game coming? Because it's like, as new games come out, I'm kind of looking at Ashes of Creation, I'm like, this thing's gonna look like a grandpa by the time it comes out. It's gonna be a little so old. All right, I think that's good. All right. God, 1.19. Always throwing me a curveball. Okay, so that's much better. I'm okay trying to get back into some modding. Made a couple landform mods that I'm quite happy with. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, coming back. How do you like 1.19? Because I have been not liking it. I definitely have been very disgruntled about it. I have not been gruntle at all with 1.19. All right, I think that aspect is good. Let's do a quick look here. I just want to make sure that things are locked out that should be locked out. Why do I have a mana stone slab? Who uses this block to build with? I have not even attempted to make it once. I'm getting rid of it. I'm going to disable that for now. See you later, mana stone slab. I don't even know where it is. I don't think I would have put it with the mana stone. Although, as crazy as I am, maybe. Mana stone slab. Yeah, just like I thought. There's no mana stone slab there. Oh, I just called it slab. Oh. False. There we go. It's gone. Mana stone slab. I'm okay trying to get back. 1.19 is great for me, but I don't have mods to update. So many things have just been broken. Like, and I'm talking about like my synthesis system breaking because I can't read an item stack the same way anymore and parse data reliably. You know, so it's like I had to add a bunch of other checks now because sometimes it doesn't always read the fact that the item stack is like an item or a block before running into other checks. It's been really wonky. Weird things like, you know, animations just getting stuck, and it's been, and the annoying part is like it's the deer antler update, you know, like there's nothing that I really want. Like, I have to admit, I will give the update this. Definitely props for the first person mode. I do think it's cool, like, seeing your arms. I think it sucks that your character does the animations and I see arms going like this and coming out randomly and then doing it again because I'm standing still. That part is really, really annoying. The holding things is really annoying too. Like this, I'll show you. The Nexus, right? Big block. Watch what happens when you stand still for a moment. This is what will happen because I stood still for a moment. Now, if I put it back in my hand, right, it's just a matter of time. Because this is what it looks like. So I don't like that. What are the odds of the first release being put out today? I mean, the odds are really good. Right now I'm just catching little bugs. It's pretty much done. And it's adding all the new, quite a few new systems too. What I'm excited about is finally getting the transmog stones in. Those are going to be awesome. But yeah, a lot of banger mods coming out lately. Rivers is a game changer. Were rivers added? I didn't think rivers were added. But again, right, like, I do like the first person, right? Like, if I take out a staff, here, we'll pull, druid staff. There we go. So with it in my hand, like walking around and stuff, like I can see my offhand item there. I think that's cool, Like if I go to cast a spell or something, well, I don't have magic locked or unlocked right now. Let me unlock magic in this world. Doo-doo. Let's get some rusty dust. Pull out the admin tool. Freaking out, man. I think they should also have an independent high durability like 1200, but mana tools I think should cost the player mana per use. Not really a mana battery or something similar. These also should be limited to T4 because 5 damage is one of the best damages in the game. You know what? I'm going to take a picture of what you just said and transcribe that later. I agree. I could come up with a second kind of durability system. Hold on, let me unlock mana here. Or unlock magic. Boop. Oh, that's what I have to do as well. The unlocks. There are a lot of things that become available to your player or your character, not just unlocking a new spell transmutation. This unlocks the essence system, magic's the grimoire creation system, spell casting. Like there's a lot of things that have opened up when you hit tier 1. So I got to make sure to, list all of that. I'll do that right now. But yeah, mana tools, that could definitely be like a tier 3 kind of thing. So you become like a fire mage, and then like I can make fire like tools, like fire mana tools. I think that'd be cool. A lot better than a dig spell that I was trying to make work. Dig. All right, what am I looking for here? Magic behavior. So on level up, I just need to add a couple more strings. So let me try to say, is it just level up? Okay, so that's the max player mana increased. Here we go. Here we go. This is it. So your magic tier increased to level blank. Your mind expands, so that should be... I call shenanigans on this. This isn't right. I could take like a 5 or 10 minute break. Yeah, give me a couple minutes here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I'll be taking a very quick break in a couple minutes here, just because it's rare where I live to have the sun out, and it's like 45 degrees out right now, or maybe almost 50. Hold on. It is 58 degrees right now and sunny. Freaking crazy. Where's my winter? So I'll be taking like maybe 5 minutes. I'm not gonna stop streaming. I'll just kind of look longingly into the distance here. I'll be back and I'll bang out more things. I think I need to get rid of some of the stuff that I have open. You know what? I'm just gonna get rid of all tabs but this. Fire this back up. Where is it? There we go. You have unlocked. Here we go. These are what I'm looking for. Unlock 1. Gonna move this over here. Oh, it's holding like a block. Is there a way to tell the animation system to hold it on the side like a door? Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something like that. It's just annoying that I can't, like I gotta do like more things when it worked perfectly fine before. It's like you hold something with both hands, you wouldn't expect. I don't know. I probably will have to have it like tuck under the arm or a different animation for it. So it's kind of weird how this unlock system is. I really jumbled this, it seems. Oh, I was gonna say, why am I doing it like this? It's pretty much a static cast is what I'm doing there. So I have to find the other player tier unlocks. This isn't more than just this place. All of that's commented out. That's right. The tier 1 stuff is in a completely different place. So this is where I would have to add more. So I'd have to do player magic tier 1 unlocks 1, something like that. And then I'm going to have to make a new key for it. Something like this. Copy, paste. Right, so that would be 2, 3. And then one of them's going to be like, you have unlocked spellcasting. Right? Something basic. You have unlocked rituals. You know, you have unlocked... Paste, paste, paste. You have unlocked essence. You know, you've unlocked synthesis. And you've also unlocked spell forging, right? Or should I do spell research and grimoire creation, right? Because these are all the main systems that you've unlocked. Okay, everyone, I'm going to pop up the game. Boop. How am I still at like 0? I'm not even accumulating right now. Oh, let's pull out my admin block. There we go. I could just stand in this and it will restore temporal stability. It restores mana. Restores everything. Let's make it daytime. Oops. There. Oh, it's because I was right there. That's why. Here, I'll do this. So we can kind of look at the staves when the sun eventually seems to come up. Let's get a couple torches. That way everyone's cozy while I'm gone. We'll get some of the light mana torches. Here we go. Kind of pop some in here. There we go. Perfect. All right. I will be right back, everyone. Be like 5 minutes or so, maybe 6, 7 minutes. Yeah, I sent you the JSON line for hold underarm via Discord, Vice. Easy fix. Thank you, Loadclaw. I definitely appreciate it. Your mind is flooded with new concepts. You only understand a few. Insert new concepts. That's a pretty good idea too, Fritz. I'll be right back. Heyo, I'm back. Man, it feels like 60 outside. It's awesome. Oh, walking all around, dog barking. Awesome. All right. What was I going to do? Oh, Discord. Load claw, my man. Held idle TP animation. Yeah, let's fix that. Oh, chair stream ended. Darn it. Best stream ever. I'm surprised I didn't walk into like 10 plus people. The chair is back, everyone. Quick. All right, I have to look at held. I think if I just do held TP. Okay, so there's nothing there. I don't think there's going to be... I think it's just going to be with these stations, really. Is it just the Nexus? Here it is. Both hands. Get out of here. Underarm. It's gonna look weird, but you know what? It will do. Oh, large, huh? Hold hands large. Screw it. I'll do underarm there too. Oculus, let's do the same thing for the... You know, I don't think anything else, like even the ritual altar or anything else. Maybe the sanctum. No. Let's take a look at the other blocks. See how they handle. All right, so I got this. You gotta prove me wrong. Every time, game, you have to prove me wrong, don't you? Oh. Element bounds. All right, cool. All right, we got crash. Mark recursive. Mark dirty recursive. You know what? I love 1.19. I love 1.19. I wanted to see what it looks like anyways. You know what? I wanted it to crash because I want to see what it looks like having a Nexus under your arm. All right, minimize that time. I might or might not advertise your stream this time, but sadly, you were not away for long enough. Hydrate. I can do that. What is this? What was that? Do you see what this game is doing to me? Ah! What if I don't have anything? No idle animation at all. Just no idle animation. All right, let's just save and quit. Awesome. So glad I updated. Oh man. Close enough. Looks good. Looks nothing like the block because it's like inside of your camera, right? Your eyes. Blurry. Okay, wait. It's this. No animation. Okay, just holding it down. Very lewd, I will say that. Very, very lewd. I mean, is that good enough? Are people really going to be judging me based on how you hold this block? Or do I just shrink the block down into a little pebble? That's kind of like Minecraft logic. This is supposed to be a big block. See, look at that. Oink. Right there. The Pen 15! It's enormous! Yeah, I'm just gonna comment it out on all the blocks, because I think I have it on all of the station blocks. I'm just gonna comment it out. We'll come back to it another time. Maybe when I'm a little more mature and I'm running out of things to add. That's when you'll know. That's when you'll know things are like I'm starting to lose interest, because there'll be like an update, and of the two things, one of it's gonna be like, I tweaked a couple pixels, and look at this. I added an idle animation when you hold one item. What game are you looking at, Vice? There we go. All right, let's just fireball it in. This looks so wrong. So wrong. Build. I think with this though, what I will try is the transmog stone, just to make sure that stuff works, and then I'm going to build it and then kick it over into the multiplayer server. And I mean, we're gonna run through not everything. Like, I'm not gonna make every single item for synthesis, but I'll make a handful of items. You know, we'll create spells, level up. So, perfect. Perfect. Oh, wait, I was going to add more to the unlocking magic, right? That's what I was working on. That's why I have my localization file that I literally hid from myself. So let's go over some of the stuff. When you're tier 1 magic, you've just unlocked magic. What do you unlock? Spellcasting is a definite. Rituals being their own system, yes. Synthesis, right? Or essence. Being able to accumulate essence to make your mana torches and link things together. Synthesis is a huge part of it. What else do we have here? I mean, like Sanctum, that's not really, what is that? You know, that's already for spell casting. Maybe I should have spell casting be further down, right? So I could do this kind of like an order of operations thing. So you'll have, oh, so spellcasting would be first because you get transmutation. And then rituals, essence, synthesis, spell research, and grimoire creation. I think that is everything you get in tier 1. It's a lot, but that is everything. Bring this over here, so this would be 3, so that's 4, 5, and 6. Dang. Tier 1 unlocking magic is a beefy affair. Enormous. Have you seen the size of that nexus? All right. Let's copy this. We're going to paste quite a few, actually. All right, 1, whoops. 2, 3, 4, 5. Was it 6? Was it 6? I should have paid attention. Yep, it was 6. Oh, and I should put in innate spell transmutation as well. So I guess it will be 7. Oop. There we go. I will just copy this. Clairvoyance is actually going to bump to a higher tier. That's going to get moved to tier 3. You have unlocked new innate spell transmutation. There we go. Fireball! Because it is localization, I miss the days when I used to be able to just reload the game and it would take all the JSON changes and texture changes. It was incredible. Doesn't do it anymore. The new first person is nice, yet I can see how pain it is to adapt things for it at the moment. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It does look... I don't hate it, you know, but... I mean, it's that and the Antler update to me. I thought... I felt so... You know, maybe it's because I felt so tricked. Because the way it was worded, right? It was like dimensions. Automatically you think, who's your biggest competitor? Minecraft. What are dimensions in Minecraft? No, they're like, it's a mini construct system, and I'm just like, you motherfucker. Why? I thought I was going to switch gears right then and there and be like, we're getting a Rust world. It's gonna be a magic Rust world. I'm going to do some crazy things with terrain generation. Like, I wanted looping arches and... Nope. Nothing. And then I'm like, okay, maybe there's still hope. And then I actually opened up the text file to read about the mini dimensions. And then it clearly said in it that there is no plans to have actual, like, other worlds within your world. And that broke my heart. Multi-block airship, though. If the stuff works, Fritz. That's the thing. This is clearly, if you read it, it is an untested, like, idea right now. Like, that's it, man. That doesn't mean you'll have anything. That means that it's like a proof of concept, literally what it was called. That shit's not going to be airship ready. Are you kidding me? I doubt we'll see extra dimensions in VS. It's a shame. We should. If we had that, like, what would Minecraft have over Vintage Story? Well, I guess there'd be quite a few things, but that would be one less thing. I would love it. But alas, I am a dreamer. Wait, what was I doing? Oh, let's unlearn magic. And then we will rediscover magic. Remove all magic. Boop. With this, we do have to reload the world. So it's weird. The packet runs, but the client doesn't unload the mana bar. And I don't care enough to fix it because you shouldn't... Like, if you have this admin tool, you are a cheater anyways. You cheated the system. So I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's just a tool for testing and it serves its purpose. I'm okay with just the one dimension. I like that everything generates in the world. I loved, like, Twilight Forest and, you know, like, I thought those kind of things were so cool. So I can have, like, the crazy dangerous world. The Nether was a cool concept. The end, I was like, whatever, right? But just the Nether was really neat. You know, it just changed things for me. Where's my rusty dust? Wasn't there like an Aether mod as well? You know, like have like a nice sky. You know, it gives you... to me, it just... What the heck is this? That was really weird, seeing your arms like this. There we go. Your mind expands as you gain a better understanding of mana. That is a lot, huh? Maybe I could do spellcasting. Essence should be next. Or maybe I can double up some of these here that go together. Because that was a lot. All right. Where's my there it is. I gotta like put this off to the side. Here we go. I'll just minimize that there. So, okay, spellcasting. Essence should probably be next because you need to make torches to be able to even perform rituals. I'll say essence system. I could do like spell casting, spell research, and grimoire creation. Grimoire creation, which would get rid of these two, right? Save some space. And then you would have your essence system, which ties into the other things beneath it. Rituals, and then synthesis. Maybe not. It's like I just want to provide the information, that way people don't have, you know what, it's fine, it's fine the way it is. It is perfectly fine the way it is. I'm gonna save it. If you really want to see everything, just scroll up, right? You peered into the abyss. This has been noticed. You know, a lot happens, right? Your mind expands as you gain a better understanding of mana. You've unlocked tier 1. Casting, rituals, essence. It'll be essence system now. Rituals, synthesis, spell research. Maybe I should be putting systems, because they really, like, there's a lot of systems here. So, like, it would be a ritual system, the synthesis system, then spell research, grimoire creation, and transmutation. Let's go ahead and beef up the tier 2 stuff. So clairvoyance is going to be a tier 3 kind of thing. So what do you unlock when you hit tier 2? The Bastion system, but that's going to be a work in progress. Come on, what else do we have here? There were a couple of things, and I can't think. Oh, the prisms. Okay, so let's start jotting things down. You have unlocked Bastion. You would have also unlocked prisms. The prism system. What's the other thing? There was one more thing. Oh, the transmogrification. If I could say transmog system. 3, 2, 1. Bastion, I'll put Bastion, WIP. Prism system, WIP. Transmog system is in. I think that was pretty much it. Because the prism system's adding like 3 big things. And then we'll have clairvoyance. Let's move clairvoyance to tier 3. I believe that is in... I think it's in a entity behavior. Right here. Okay, so that has to do with transmutation. Okay, so it's not that. It's not... Oh, that's a block entity behavior. I just need a block behavior. I believe it's this. Get text info. This is what it is. So I'm going to create a new variable just in case I end up changing this again. I will say private int Claire. I'm going to copy clairvoyance because I remember having to look it up before. Clairvoyance tier. I'll do a set and a get with it. Then I'm going to copy this under initialize. I will say this equals 3, so we know it is tier 3. And then I'll come down and This is not what I wanted here. There we go. Paste that in, right? So I can then say clairvoyance there. There's one more thing that I am missing. On-entity death, is it in here? Oh, you know what? No, I think that's fine. I think it's fine. We're just gonna fireball it in. Ooh. We're gonna restart the game because I'm not sure if something like that can be changed. Well, I guess it can't be because I created a variable outside of a method, so it wouldn't be initialized or anything. I'm missing some chat here. Even though this update, I'm okay with just one dimension. Even though this update is underwhelming, I just still can't justify going back to Minecraft. I have to admit, going to Minecraft, like I've looked at it and I remember like looking at something and being like, what the hell's wrong with this world? Like, why does it look so weird? It's like, now that the trees were swaying, I was like, that's a weird looking mountain. It's like, oh, those are trees. Oh, okay. I mean, there has been speculation for 2.0 adding airships in Minecraft. Extra dimension is really iconic MC feature that doesn't belong in VS, even if it's cool. I don't know. I would love the and I think the dimension has a place here because, I mean, we already have like the shifting of the world. How about this? Instead of dimensions, why don't they just add to the temporal stability and what we're seeing right now? You know, like I bet if they add that, like I would probably be more okay with it. But you know, this is a Lovecraftian horror game, and we're getting butterflies and antlers. You know. And the same kind of drifters. I just like variety, you know. Oh yeah, for VS, we need a dimension where you cannot stay in forever, aka have a time. Yeah, you know, well, something like this, right? You know, a dimension where it's like, I don't know. And I you know what, Loadclaw, I do agree. I think it's cool, like what's happening right now, right? Your temporal stability's low enough. You know, you got it's the two worlds in one kind of thing, right? It's like this is like the flip side, you know, the mirror world, but in the same space. That part is cool. I like temporal storms too. You know, I definitely think that part's cool as well, but I mean, how many servers just disable that? They disable temporal stability, they disable, you know, the storms, you know, like it's just I feel I want to feel that Lovecraftian, you know, like look at that. They're just looking at both hands and, you know, we need more of this. Yeah, go down and cry. What was I testing? Oh, I gotta unlearn magic again. Oh, that's right. I wanted to test one more time. Oh wait, no, I didn't want to do that. I want to unlock magic. All right, I know what I'm going to do. I'm all over the place. I'm gonna shut it down here. I'm going to quit. We are going to rebuild. That way I make sure all my localization keys are in. Oh, and it's already done. Oh yeah. Oh wait, hold on. I'm missing things still. Like Rust Dimension should not be a place where you can live forever in. And you know, I would be okay with that, with like a sanity bar or something. You know, another thing that I don't really care for, it's that the fact that the further down you go, you know, the more temporally unstable you get. Like I should be able to. I actually may make a stone or some kind of obelisk or something that makes it to where, because I like building underground. I am a dwarf at heart when it comes to that. I want to build into the side of a mountain to go down. I want the Mines of Moria, you know, that kind of feel. I want to have intricate, cool, like I used to love in Minecraft finding one of those like underground like chasms. And I would build bridges and light things up, and you'd have like the monsters underneath, right? But then you would have your lit areas, right? That sense of danger, but still, you know, like carve it out so like the spiders and stuff couldn't get to you, but build right into the abyss. And I loved it. I thought it was awesome. That and building like under oceans and then having glass domes so you could see like your, you know, all the water and everything, yet you got your you know, your city. I would love to be able to be a dwarf, but I can't because the further down you go, the more temporally unstable you get. 1.19 added a new beard for me, so it's a 10 out of 10 update. Yeah, added, you know, I think it did. Yeah, it added like new ponytails and some facial things. I always go with the, well, I didn't really make this guy, just kind of rushed to it, but I like the stubble. That's like me IRL. This little stubble. That's what she said. Moobot slay. Oh yeah, do the rituals have a chance to spawn drifters? I don't remember. They do a lot of things. I don't think they spawn drifters. You will be able to spawn drifters if you fail when researching, because you have to lower your temporal stability as is. And you can spawn drifters, I believe, as a byproduct of unstable synthesis, because they kind of, you pretty much create a portal, like a rift, which will spawn them. Airships in VS. I mean, if they do airships in Vintage Story, then I guess that's one less mod I have to worry about then. Jeez. I gotta look that up, because if that's what they're gonna do, then I guess I may just retire the airship mod, you know, the machine mod. Interesting. I agree that Rust World should be like a hidden property of the world you can only see or interact with when stability is bottomed out. Yeah, you know, load quality, and that's the thing. Like, if it's something like that, I would be a lot more okay. You know what? I would dare to say I would be a-okay with not having dimensions at that point, because, you know, it's serving the multi-purpose. Like, you know, I would love to just become temporally unstable and then see maybe some other things, you know, interact with new things. Like, you know, it becomes a new gameplay experience. The world I'm familiar with would change. And it would really, you know, that would really hit that Lovecraftian kind of thing. Kind of like Castlevania, right? Like the Symphony of the Night, you got your castle, and then if you beat the game right, you got the reverse castle, right? Where different monsters and stuff, you were going through the same areas, but it was, I mean, it was technically upside down, but it was different, you know, but something like that, right? Like it already shifts your perception, right? And we got these temporal storms, which are cool. Like, I'm gonna, tier 3, you aren't gonna be able to disable temporal storms if you want to become a mage, you know, like a fire mage. It's like the upside down. Yeah, you know, just I want something, you know. I just want to see more of the Lovecraftian part and not deer antlers. I keep harping on those deer antlers, but really? Do we need this many antlers? What's the difference between, oh, a couple, you know, pixels there? It's extended just a little bit. You know, like, crazy, right? It's crazy. I'm not a hunter, so I, you know, and it's not even just like a hunter in the game. Like, I don't do that stuff IRL either. You know, I just never, that was never my jam. I come from redneck country, and I don't have a love for going out and sitting in a blind to hopefully kill an animal. Luckily, you know, we live in a society where I don't have to, you know, deal with that. So there's not much. I kind of want to see what this new beard is. Oh yeah, I gotta unlock magic. let me just put this down here. Oh, I had one over here. The deer antler update. Gotta do it. I'm just gonna spawn a bunch. The deer antlers is such a small thing. 1.19 multiplied the number of animals in the game by like 5 or 6 times. Honestly, I saw the pictures. Most of them look the same to me. Like the moose kind of stood out a little bit more. I think the way I like to play these kind of games is I like to have a challenge. Like I always picked Clockmaker, mainly because they're weak. And it's more of a challenge to melee things when you are underpowered. That's why I made the Eldritch Monsters mod. And some of those monsters, like, people are like, oh my god, it's so hard. I'm like, I'm killing these things as a Clockmaker with flint spears. You know, I don't think they're hard enough. But I think I just like things to be, you know, a little more hardcore, you know? And the creatures, like, they're not even like really attacking, you know. It's not like dire wolves or, you know, anything like that. It's a lot of four-legged animals. Like I can't really tell a lot of the deers apart, you know, and animals like that. Maybe it would change, you know, because again, it's not, I was looking at pictures, right? So it could change, but you know, at the same time too, I mean, we could pop on Feverstone Wilds, right? And we, you know, thank God for mods, right? So we can do things like that. I don't know. I was not enthused with the... And then I hear from a lot of people like, oh, great, you know, so many things are broken, trying to update the mod, you know, or trying to update to 1.19. So that's why I personally waited. I'm like, I do this as a part-time thing, you know, like, I got a full-time job. I try to have a life, you know, try to run outside and stuff, you know, keep some weight off. I'm a homesteader, so I care about immersion and variety in nature. Good update for my play style. Yeah, I want to see more than just like drifters, you know, like the locusts, you know, they're, you know, you go into some ruins and you'll see your locusts there, but you know, bells are like really underground. But mainly, like, our main thing is either wolves, which are easy to run away from. I haven't seen a hyena, and I can't tell you how long. You know, like, it's just pretty much wolves. Wolves and drifters are the only things that I survive from. You know, and again, that's why I made the other mod, right? Like, put skeletons and spiders and, you know, other things in. 1.20 is supposed to add the next story location. Maybe we'll see some new Lovecraftian features. Yeah, honestly, I haven't done the resonance stuff. I haven't even really jumped into it. Because like at first I thought it was awesome because I'm like, oh my god, look at all this stuff, you know, like this is great, you know, we're gonna get so many things. Look at those globes and those lights. And honestly, like, it's considered all clutter. Like, I thought it was gonna be like DecoCraft in Minecraft. I'm like, hell yeah, you know, like, I could do for some of that. That's gonna be great. And then I'm looking at all the stuff, like, in the clutter, and a lot of it looks like a junkyard. You know, like, if I build something, I don't want it all to look run down. It's like there's a globe, and then there are like 6 other variants of the globe in different broken states, and I'm like, okay, you know, so it was a missed opportunity, you know, in my opinion. Like I'm like, we should, like, we were that close to having like a DecoCraft, you know, like I would love to have different tables and beds, because, you know, I guess I'm kind of a homesteader in that sense. Like, I like to build my house with amenities, right? If I can put a flower pot or downs, or, you know, something to spruce up a room, I'll do it. And I just don't know what the 1.20, like, you know, what's exactly being added, you know? Like, is it gonna be like, is it gonna be usable stuff? Like, can I maybe create some of the stuff, or, you know what I mean? Like, is it gonna add more, like, more monsters, or honestly, I think we'll eventually get all that stuff. It's just a matter of when. I hope so. You know, I definitely do. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. For now, I'm just gonna keep plugging away. Like, I wanted to play magic in this game, so you know, we got the magic mod. Oh yeah. I wanted to check clairvoyance. I'm getting lost here. And you know, the thing too that you know, that I keep people, you know, like people that I tell people to keep in mind is, like, if I am, you know, coming down hard on a game like this, it's because I see the potential in it and I like it, you know, and I want to make sure this doesn't become like, you know, I remember like what Creativerse, right? When that game was first coming out too, there was a lot of promise and whatnot. There have been a lot of Minecraft clones that start off pretty good, and then they just go like that, right? And it's like they lose the pulse, right, of the community. You know, like, I bought this game because it said, you know, even on their main site, a Lovecraftian, dark themed. And when I first played this, oh god, like a year, 2 years ago, right, three, whenever, like, it was really early on. The whole Rust, and you know, I think that this was definitely before, like, even the Rifts, right? And just like, oh, look at those monsters. Oh my, what is that thing going down, right? Temporal stability. Wow, the world's getting all crazy. A temporal storm comes in. I'm like, ah, chef's kiss, right? Like, this is a great start to the Lovecraftian stuff. And I mean, we got riffs, which are cool, but you know, and I'm trying to incorporate them in my mod. But at the same time, it's like, you know, what more can we do? We got these cool things. You know, let's keep that ball going. Like, if the Zika mod were to update, but we are wandering around the route left from whatever was before. That's another thing too. Like, I get like a post-apocalyptic thing. I don't usually play those games because I don't like playing like I'm in a junkyard. You know, like, I like new things too. You know, like, I want my place to look sharp. You know, yeah, the rot. You know, like you know, everything like decrepit. Which at the same time too. Oh, that was another thing. When I was looking at like the picture of like the ruins, I looked at the updated ruins, and I'm like, this is an update. You know, like, to me, I'm like, oh, those ruins don't look so good, and all of a sudden it's like updated ruins, and I'm like, but then again, I think we've had the privilege of having mods that fill those gaps. So I'm used to things like better ruins that are making like ruins, you know, like really awesome. We got like the dungeon mods and stuff, right? Like, and it's formatted. I think it's crisp, and it's what the game should do. So when I see like, oh, updated ruins, I'm like, fuck it, man. Just what are you even wasting your time on that for? Just put the ruins mod on, and you know what I mean, like, and you're good to go. The really good ruins are very rare. I want to see I think it was Gerst, right, working on the village mod. I got to see some of the village template pieces that that Oates was working on. Fantastic. Like, get some of that in the world, because then it wouldn't be so bad. I would get excited seeing ruins if I could also have the ability to see things that aren't ruined. You know what I mean? Get that contrast of exploration. Because it kind of you know, it's like, well, if everything's ruins and I get, you know, some vessels or something, at some point you stop wanting to get seeds, right, and get storage vessels. So it's like, it's a ruin. I can see that from here. You know, I don't need any more granite. I'm good. You know, you harvest your couple and you're good to go. Did you do the lore dungeon? No, I did not. I didn't really have a want to do it. You know, like, I like to survive. Like, I like to fight combat, you know, more than A lot of my time, honestly, the big reason why it wasn't necessarily just a want. I spend a lot of time modding for this game. Like, a lot of my free time goes into, you know, modding, because I want to play with certain things, you know, and like with Magic, this has been a labor of love. You know, that's why I got myself a WoW subscription, because I realized, I'm like, man, I'm kind of treating this like a full-time job, you know? Like, I'm coming up with, like, I think cool ideas and stuff, but, you know, I also gotta take a step back every once in a while. See, like, you know, and again, I do something like that. I think I do like the first person thing. I think it does add, you know, to like that whole mage experience, right? But yeah, I don't know. Okay, so let's pull up. Let's look at some drifters. Maybe I need to capture some. Yeah, I think I need to capture some. Let's make a drifter hole. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Oops, didn't mean to do that. There we go. Drifter. Surface drifter will be fine. So I'm just going to get a couple of these. So right now I do not have clairvoyance on, because clairvoyance is the ability to see an opponent's elemental strength, resistance, and weakness. So I can't see anything, even though if I do cast a healing spell on these, it will do bonus damage. Like, it's not that you can't hit them. If you know what the weaknesses are, you can still use it, but clairvoyance will fill in the gap. So you can just look at something and be like, ooh, yeah, I know how to kill you better now. So let's jump up to tier 2, a tier 2 mage. To do that, we will need the admin tool. To increase the maximum mana, we will also need a Sigil of Awakening. Yep, and I can't use it yet. Let's increase the maximum mana to the threshold. There we go. Now that I see the little green arrow here, that tells me that I can level up. We gotta reduce the temporal stability. This portal's still active. Hooray. We must peer into the void. I'm freaking out, man. Right? Look how cool these rifts are, though. I love how this looks. So cool. I'm gonna level up. Expand my mind. Come on. You gotta get your temporal stability down to like 0. And this is a good thing. Here we go. Yep, lower the temporal stability to 0, then shift right click while holding this item. There we go. Boop. Oh, no localization! Oh, no! Well, shoot. Alright, save and leave world. Shoot. I totally forgot to put the programming in for, like, the tier 2 unlocks. Which are up here. There we go. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. How could you, Vice? All right, so for tier 2, how many localization keys do we need to keep track of? I only got 3 so far. So we got the Bastion, which is going to be the work in progress, the Prism system, and then the Transmog system. I thought there was one more thing that I was adding. One more thing. Shoot. I can't think of what it was. Shoot. Oh, you know what? It was, I think I remember what it was. It was the idea of having some kind of innate spell for each or so, like an innate spell or an innate skill for each magic tier that you go to. And I was thinking about maybe looking at my spell list and seeing like what would be a good, you know, like life tap, for instance. Should that just be an innate spell that a higher level mage can get? You know, like, would that be more like a tier 2 upgrade? Like, you just get life tap? That's why I have these slots over here. Because I anticipated more than just transmutation. The rifts, very rare ruins. Okay, the rifts look cool, but mechanically they don't do anything for me, so I turn them off. Well, that's the problem, you know? It's like, it's a Lovecraftian thing, and the rift can feed into it, but they don't do anything. That's why I require the rifts in my magic mod, because I wanted to give them, you know, wanted to give them some kind of purpose. I feel like rifts should start small and grow over time until they reach big enough for drifters to start pouring out of them. And then there should be a way to remove them. Load Claw, I could not agree with you more. You know what? It reminds me of the old MMO Rift, right? Where and it's funny you mention that, because with modifying rifts like I did, I actually want to create like fire rifts, frost rifts, you know what I mean, like different elemental rifts, and then have them do something different other than temporal stability draining. And that also comes in play because I want to make elemental monsters as well. So I would like to do that. And honestly, tier 2 is just about done. Like, tier 2 isn't going to, like, the other tiers aren't going to add as much as tier 1, because all of the tier 1 systems are things that expand as you level. So, like, you know, rituals, you have new rituals, you have, you know, new synthesis, you know, items you can make, right? You have new spells that you can research, new spells to create, you know, so that was coming in tier 3. Which is going to be after the Bastion and the Prisms. The Prism system is going to be freaking awesome. Where are my oh, I disabled the Prisms. Prism systems are pretty cool. Life tap should be a thing. Innate life tap should be a thing. Yeah, you know what? Let's take a look at all of the spells. Yeah, you know what? I could take a look at the spells from here. Because I think I do need to remove some of the spells, right? So we got Rust Orb, we have Plunder, which is a decent buff. Another buff, Equilibrium's a buff, Agility, Befriend Animal. The Befriend Animal spell, I may end up retiring. And I may turn it into a ritual. If you're still willing to teach me how to code mod, Vice, I would love to one day make some mods like that. Load Claw, I have no problem with it. Anyone that wants to learn, like, and they send me a message, right? I happily will help. Because the way I see it is, sure, there may be some time where, you know, I'm helping you set up the environment and methods, right? And this is how you attach, you know, this class file to that item to do unique things or whatever. You know, how to look up the game assets as well. That way, you know, if you think, like, if you want to do something with a Rift, just look to see how the game system handles, you know, the rifts and everything, and then just tie into what you need, right? Make a new mod system that rides it. That's what I did with the rifts here. There's technically a different mod system, so let's get flowers. Here, we'll get catmint, and we will get rocks. Nope, we will get stones, apparently. Stone. Here we go. Yeah, perfect. So I'll create a little area here. You know, we'll put down a bunch of stones. I'll put down, you know, a bunch of plants. So when you spawn a rift, I'm going to spawn multiples so it accelerates the growth of this stuff. Right? So it's actually actively changing things, right? This is how you get the unstable rift bloom. This is how the rocks actually turn into unstable elemental crystals. You know, so, and it's one of those things where it just kind of temporarily will set these things up, and then as soon as that rift disappears, they start to convert back to what they were unless you try to harvest them. You know, so, you know, but really what this is just an addition that I made, a new mod system that works with the rifts. Oh, I like that feature of rifts altering the world. Yeah, that's why I want to create like a fire specific rift. And maybe they can be like, and this may go back to like, again, using other mods as inspiration, but I really liked Lycanite's mobs, the events that happen. You know, where it's like arachnophobia, and then all of a sudden it just mass spawns the spiders everywhere, right? But an event happened, and you're like, oh shit, you know, like, oh boy, things are about to get real. I want something similar to that, and the first step of doing that is to come up with different portals. Because I think it would be cool for, like, you know, the Hellfire, you know, and then it spawns, you know, around the players, right? It spawns a few of the fire rifts. And maybe the fire rifts will do some things, like maybe not fire damage, but I think it would be cool if it was like a taint system in Thaumcraft, where, again, it would start temporarily changing the blocks, like the dirt blocks and the grass, to like my version of like fireweed, and, you know, like the magma dirt, and, you know, things like that, and it creeps out to change the place around it, right? And then once enough blocks have changed, then, you know, you would, like, it would start spawning some of my fire creatures in that area, you know, for that duration. Now eventually I would like it to where that rift, you know, you can combat it, right? So if it's like a fire thing, maybe I want to have my frost focus, you know, for the weakness. And then, you know, maybe I can do things like casting, you know, maybe casting transmutation on this to like weaken it until it's something that can be you know, taken down, and then it would become like a bonus chest, right? You know, like a loot chest, because you would have killed everything around. You know, the fire attribute would have receded, and then you contain it, and then you crack it open, and maybe you get like new spell materials, or, you know, things like that. That is what I want. I'm like trying to build towards. But I do like the idea of like rifts actually affecting the world. So that's in my notes, my internal notes of, like, you know, features to add, and I think I'm bringing that in for tier 3. So, boop. And a fun fact too, Loadclaw, I have all of those rifts there. If I reload the game, those rifts are actually client side, not necessarily server side. Like, they may have like a position, like an XYZ position. Oh, it looks like maybe something changed. Interesting. In 1.18.5, they were strictly client side. So if you reloaded a world, or, you know, if you logged out and logged back in, I think is also what did it. So we'll test it again. But all of your rifts would disappear. Maybe it's changed. Maybe this will be my first thing. Oh, no. See, there it goes. And then you'll see, like, things will start to go back, right? The plants start to convert back. And I do that because if you have your land claimed, I don't want people to claim land and then cheese some of the stuff, you know? Like, if you have on your land, right, you claim it, and then you're trying to do synthesis and it's unstable, and you're like, tee, I can do all this stuff because the explosion won't actually damage anything. You're wrong. The explosion still hurts. I do extra checks to make sure people can't cast, you know, like transmutation to, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, they can't put runes and stuff down to, like, do rituals that could blow things up or do anything like that. But, you know, it's always a balancing act, right? Okay, so that's tier 2. I'm tier 2 right now. Let's take a look at the Drifter Pit, because I am totally off track. At this rate, I probably won't have an update tonight. Aw. There we go. So I still can't see anything about them, which is fine. So let's become tier 3. Do 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 do. There we go, 125. Felt like it took a while. Spawn this again. I would have to create the Sigil of Awakening again. Tier 2! I'm freaking out, man. Screw your mystery, man. Boom! Tier 3. Now I should have Clairvoyance active. Oh, it's trippy. Where are you, drifters? Where's that hole? That's what she said. Guess it'd be that what he said. Where are these damn drifters? Wait. Okay, Fox. Wait, no, here. Yeah. Okay, weakness, heal. Perfect. Now for that Fox, this is a problem. If I think if I reload the game, that just, you know, client side here, any entities that exist in the world will have it just needs an update, I think. Maybe. Let's try and log out and then log back in. I didn't get to troubleshoot this too much. Like, once you first unlock Clairvoyance, it may take, you know, a log out on your client, so, you know, to actually start seeing everything right away. Or if new monsters spawn. Interesting. The Fox doesn't have any information with it? Weakness, heal. Oh, wait a minute. I have... Oh, man. This update. Oats, if you ever watch this, I'm going to feel your pain doing the butchery mod, because I'm pretty sure these foxes they're probably named a little different, or something changed to where I no longer am patching an elemental weakness on them. So I'm gonna have to add a bunch of new patches for all the creatures that were added too. Man, maybe I should just randomize it. Everyone gets a weakness and a strength that's exclusive, right? Maybe I could do it per animal. Per entity. Oh, man. See, drifters stayed the same, so I can see their weakness is healing. I bet bears probably stayed the same. Because their weakness should be, yep, gravity, or, yeah, weakness is gravity, the resistance is frost. So, foxes have changed. All right, where's my admin block? Boop. Get my temporal stability back. Best thing ever. Fox weakness, bear. Man, bear, pig. You know what? If I were a tier 4 mage, I could have revived that fox if I had the revive spell. We could become a tier 4 mage. Boop. Oh man, I just got my temporal stability back. Doo-doo-doo. Get rid of some of this stuff. Admin tool. Because I do have to test spells, so I'm doing this for science. Ooh, I got the run speed spell. Hells yeah. What is this spell? Ooh, Rust Riposte. I want to try that. Tinkerer we can get rid of. I don't need to test out that buff. Let's look up the Sigil of Awakening. Alright, let's become a tier 4 mage. sweet. I feel the power. What is that? Rapid shot? Gone. Throw that shit right in the water. What is this? Nourishing aura? Gone. What was that? Agility. You know what? Gone. Resist elements. You know, why don't I just make a bookcase? Is it not called a bookcase anymore? Bookshelf? Seriously? Probably has always been a bookshelf. Oh boy. Let's get rid of that. Where's that admin block? Do I have to make a beam of light with the admin block so I could find it? There it is. I am so glad I made this block. So freaking glad. I was gonna say, I don't even know where I am. Kind of clear this up a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Oh, I gotta get a sanctum out. There we go. Oop. So we got prosperity, equilibrium, growth, velocity. Freaking awesome. Rust riposte is really cool too. Duplicate. We can test that spell. Equilibrium, swiftness, summon light, rapid shot, velocity. Yeah, even summon light, I have WIP. Someone had mentioned, they're like, is summon light broken? I'm like, does it have a WIP in front of it? Because if so, it means it's not complete. Work in progress is what that means. It means it takes effort. Man, resist elements, nourishing aura. My god, fertilize. Throw that book. The hell's the... Oh, there's revive. Perfect. Ooh, the fly spell. Cool. I have to test that because I'm not sure if fly is going to need some love or not. Excavation. All right, let's get a sanctum. Oh, you know, Vice, you could put some spell books into the resonance art. Is there an easy way to do that through JSON? I actually wanted to create a vendor, like a mage vendor. It was one of my things I wanted to do. Okay, let's load up on a couple spells here. We have to do a projectile spell. So I'll do Rust Orb. Oh, there's Revive. Okay. So we'll do Revive. We'll put Fly in there. What's the last one? Velocity. That would test a buff. All right, so I should have these available to me now. So because I have the Fire Focus on, it turns it into Fire Orb. Yep, that is indeed a Fire Orb. Next spell, Revive. Where's that dead fox? Where you at, homie? Are you dead over here? Oh, you're just being lazy. You're just being lazy. Where's that fox? I did this because I wanted to revive the fox, and now it's gone forever. Maybe it wasn't really dead. Maybe it was just sleeping, and it woke up and it walked away. Just woke up. I was like, whoa. I had a horrible dream. I wanted to revive that particular fox, too. Oh, there it is. Hey, there it is. All right, let's see if this works. Oh, insufficient mana, of course. This spell is going to cost a lot. Yes. Oops. Hey, I did it! It's alive, right? The animation's okay? It's got like a fraction. I revive creatures with like a fraction of their health so they can start recovering. But yeah, looks like the animations and everything work. Sweet. So revive still works. let's test the velocity spell. So this is how fast I run now. Insufficient mana. I gotta put mage armor on if I test this stuff. So it takes 231. Yeah, I need to get more maximum mana. Oop. Velocity, baby. See if we can notice a difference. Oh yeah, burst of speed. I feel it. Cool. All right, and the last one. Let's do game mode 1. There we go. Let's see if the fly spell actually works. Insufficient mana. Boop. Yeah. Fly is working. Sweet. The cool part is with this, you can literally, like, cast spells in the air. So you totally could, like, this bear, right? You'll never be able to get me, but I could attack you. I don't know how the Resonance Archive is rendered. I assume it's a schematic. You'd have to edit the schematic and replace it. Oh, yeah, yeah, probably could just patch it. That's what I would have done with the traders as well, to have some of my magical items in there. Yeah, just have it to where you could, you know, just trade. It's so weird because I keep trying to unfly. The spell will eventually wear off and then you fall down. Unless you got safe fall. Take no damage. There's a lot of neat spells. I like the spells. I think this looks pretty cool. It's kind of hovering there like the particles around you. Yeah. Okay, so I spot tested a bunch of spells, right? Those are like the bread and butter spells. I did one of every type. So the fact that that run speed buff works means the rest of my buffs should work. I've tested the crap out of rituals. I think I'm ready to just do a quick thing with the multiplayer server. And then it's done. It's ready. Game mode 2. You'll be ready. Oh yeah, I added yeah, I added quite a few things in this update. No. Oh, let me finish this. I never finished this. So localization keys are in. So 1, 2, and 3. Oh wait, we were looking originally at spells to see what I can move to an innate spell, like life tap. But is life tap going to be too overpowered? You know, like, what are the ways that you can heal? You know, to counter this, to, you know, like, because I don't want people to have infinite mana, which is why I have it as a grimoire, because you are sacrificing a very finite amount of spell slots there, right? So one of them is going to be strictly for that spell. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I would have to weaken life tap to make it an innate spell. And if it's too weak, then what's the point of having it? Because it adds 10% mana per 3 health. So, and you can kill yourself with this as well. It's a tier 2 ability. So let me pull out the tier 2. There it is. Tier 2 thing. Let's get rid of that, and that, and that. No way, the first one was life tap. Get out of here. Lucky. Let's remove fly. Put life tap in. Oops. Oop. Oh, where'd my Oh, I hung my staff up. Let's get the Reaper staff. Man, I love this staff. So that's life tap there. So 10% of my mana. I'm at 42 mana. I am a tier 4 mage. Oh, and I'm in creative as well. Game mode 2. No, game mode 1. Right? So 3 mana. But you gain a bunch of stuff there. Now the effect of life tap becomes even better when you have the mage armor, because it's not your mana pool, it is whatever your total mana pool is. It's 10% of that. So the maximum mana anyone can have in the mod right now is 500, and you have to be maxed out with your player mana points on top of... Oh, your body returns to normal. Oh, yeah. The fly spell is gone now. Oh. Oh, that's right. It's an invocation spell. I made it to where you could run and cast spells at the same time. You know what? Maybe I should make it to where you can run, but if you try to jump, jumping will cancel any spell casting. Maybe that would be a good idea. Let me add that in. Jumping cancels spell casting. That way you could still run and sprint around and cast invocation spells, attack spells. But you can't, and technically life tap is an invocation type spell, like invocation school spell. School. Casting. Okay, on step. It's going to be in here. Here, so if the spell is invocation, and so if it's not an invocation spell, I should do this 2 different ways. Let's create a stopper for invocation. How do I want to do this? If statements can get so complex if you let them get there. So if you try to jump or move, it will, and you're casting any other type of spell, it will try to cancel it. If you are casting an invocation spell, it skips all this. So, okay, so now I want to say, if this is an invocation spell and you try to jump, then cancel it. That's what I want to do. Okay. Canceled. But I can walk. As soon as I jump, it will cancel it. Okay, so now the question is, what can I use in-game to cheat the system? Gmail. Oh my gosh. GM2. So what in the game? So like they're the poultices, right? Or whatever they are, where I can heal myself using an item. There's vintage meat, right? There's vintage meat, which again, that's 2 health, but you don't really find vintage beef. And food in general, you know, having it be something that decomposes, I would be okay with that. It's the poultice that I don't really care for. Right, how trying to think how the hell to spell it. I'm still tired. I woke up today at like 3 a.m. for work as well. It's been... And I even have to go... And I had like an hour. I could have slept until 4 a.m. P-O-L? Is that what it is? P-O... There we go. P-O-U-L. My gosh. Holy shit, honey infused 7 hit points, but I think that's okay because honey, I don't think honey's going to be a sulfur honey. Sulfur honey. See, the regular one is +4 health. And I think you can make these pretty easily too, right? Poultice, yeah. Go take a nap and leave us with the chair. Get out of here, Vice. We want the chair. What are you still doing sitting in it? All right, so yeah, look at that. So that's 4. Why would you sacrifice that? Just use cattails, man. Oh, because that is 2. Okay. I mean, cattails you could get a lot of. And I believe horsetail is pretty easy to get a hold of too. So if I were to add life tap as an innate skill, should it be a tier 3 skill or a tier 2 skill? I guess that's my first question. Is it tier 2 worthy? Or is it tier 3 worthy? My OCD tells me if I don't have a new spell in every mage tier, then I probably want it in tier 3. Oh, that's right. My game mode is different. I gotta fix those particles too. Tier 2 is where it is now anyways. Yeah, but it takes up a spell slot, right? So even though you're tier 2, you have 2 slots that you could put grimoires in. So this effectively cuts your arsenal in half, having it right now, like where it is. Unless, you know what I could do? If I probably do want to make it to where it costs more health. Oh, all my grimoires took some damage. That's pretty funny. That's right, because I died. Yep, that's right. Yeah, your grimoires will take durability damage if they're socketed in your sanctum and you die. And if the grimoire's durability goes to 0, it disappears. So watch out for that. You want to make sure you take a look at your books every once in a while to repair them. Oop. Ah, daylight. Ah. Oh, you know what? You could self-heal. I didn't even think of that. You could self-heal. So I guess my question would be, let's take a look at the projectile spell. How much mana does it cost? 66 mana. This is a tier 4 spell. It costs 66 mana. And it does 16, so it would do 4 points of healing when it comes in contact with a player. So 66 mana to 4 health. Now, what is 10% here? So if that's 72... Calculator. So let's cast a spell. Ooh. Rust Orb. Damn. So 66, right? So now let's use Life Tap. Do I get 72 or above mana? I do not. Okay. I think that's pretty good, because if you heal yourself, like even a spell like that, because if you run fast enough, you can collide with your own projectile, and it will heal or damage you depending. So, and my idea is if you become a fire mage, fire elemental attacks will heal you instead of damage you. Now, if you go into water, it's probably going to hurt you like a poison. If it rains, it may short circuit your mana. If you're like, if you're electric type, you may get like a mana feedback. But again, right, I could shoot a fireball projectile, run into it, and get a pretty substantial heal. But I would have to have the haste spell as well, the swiftness spell, of a very high tier as well. Or something short-lived like velocity. So either swiftness or velocity to be able to catch up with your projectile to heal yourself. That makes sense. I don't really foresee people like cheesing things in that way. So I guess I could have Life Tap be an innate spell instead. Rather than the grimoire disappearing, would be cool if it becomes a charred grimoire. What would a charred grimoire do? Because I like that idea too. I don't like the fact that it just disappears, because I do want to add a system where you could salvage grimoires that you're not using to get pieces to improve other grimoires. So like reducing mana cost and upping damage or the duration of a buff or whatever. I do want to add something like that. Nothing, just mostly junk. Come on, you were here when I was ranting and going on about how I don't like a world to look like a junkyard. Why would I contribute to the problem? Yeah, it's pretty interesting here. If you, where's the spell? This right here, Rust Riposte. Rust Riposte 2. That's a localization. Uh-oh. Let's fix that. Oh my goodness. Rust Riposte. Interesting. Oh, there it is. Rust Riposte 2. Oh, that's silly. Well, I do like the idea of having like a charred book or something, and you look in there and you're like, uh-oh. But I would want it to like do something, you know, like maybe not, you know, like maybe not turning it back into the spell that it was, you know? Because like you know, you got to pay better attention to your circumstance there. What the fuck is that? Oh, those are my wands. I'm like, what are those? See my little book down there. Fine, maybe break it down to a small amount of components when you add modifications of grimoires to mod. I would want you to salvage good books, not, you know, I don't want to completely reward you for failing to keep up the durability on your books. Because I made it to where it's not that hard to do. Like, anyone can repair their books. You just got to keep an eye on it, you know? It's not like it's super expensive to do. Have it be a charred book. You know, I'm sitting there, I'm trying to think like, well, what would it do? But the sad part is, I like that idea. Like, I definitely like that idea. You get more salvaging intact ones. Yeah. Charred book. It would be interesting if you had to, like, if the charred book was useful for something specific. Although you could just farm it by repeatedly killing yourself. So, maybe not. I mean, I guess I could give you some reagents back. Maybe a couple temporal fragments or something. But you get to a point, like, a lot of people have complained about, oh, you don't really get temporal fragments. And I'm like, if you shatter rusty gears and kill things, even with spells, or, you know, there's a lot of ways to get rusty gears. Or not rusty gears, but temporal fragments. You get a lot of temporal fragments. like a stupid amount of temporal fragments, especially when you're a higher tier mage. Like it's like wine. It just runs like wine. So it's like giving you like a couple rusty, you know, or temporal fragments. I don't know. It feels like it's like, what's the point, you know? Might as well just have it disappear. I could call it a burnt out grimoire. Oh man, I gotta think of something fun to do. Wait a minute, I'm supposed to be releasing an update. Right? Supposed to be releasing an update, and I feel I'm getting further away from it. Oh man, because you totally, I could make it look charred, and then maybe the pages could be like browned, and then that little bar becomes gray, right? I can make it like grayed out, like a dark gray, like it's dimmed, you know. Icons could just disappear, and it would just be a charred grimoire. And then you would come back, you'd be like, where'd that spell go, right? It would go to like the X, you know, just like this, right? It would be like, oop. There, it would be like this. You'd be like, no spell, what? And then you'd come back and you would just see it in there and you'd be like, oh no. Although the giveaway would be the fact that you look at this and you don't see, you know, you don't see your spell. Sorry, I had to step away. Charred books could be thrown into a fire and turned into powder, which you can consume to restore mana at the cost of some HP loss. That's what I do. God damn, you are good with ideas. Oh man. So, throw it into a fire. Turn it into like a powder dust. So, I do have an idea. So there's a couple things that I've yet to implement for handling the regeneration of mana. The first thing is a bastion. And basically what that's going to do is it's going to link to the essence, like my Nexus essence, and you'll be able to go into it and you'll be able to sit and meditate. And the idea behind that is it will stabilize your mind at the cost of the essence. So you could sit there and just regenerate your mana like without the temporal stability going down like it is right now for me. You'll be able to just sit, and it's a multi-block structure as well. So you build this thing, right? Your bastion, and then you can sit in it, or other players can as well. You know, it's not just for you. And you could sit in it, and as long as you have the essence to feed, you become temporally stable while regaining your mana, right? But it's a multi-block structure, so it's not exactly easy to just do, you know, put in the world. And then for a potion, like a mana potion, I didn't like the idea of, hey, new follower. Hey, and I got a drink, all right? All right, so Haviotis, thank you very much for the follow. And I will drink a little more. So I don't want like a mana potion. I don't want a health potion. Mainly because I feel like the potions... Oh, and we got another follower. Dr. Bright 23, thank you very much for the follow. I feel like my mod's not an alchemy mod. You know, so a potion is going to feel tacked on. You're not going to really brew it. You know what I mean? Like it's very, you know, so I don't want to have like a mana potion consumable item. What I thought instead would be to have an orb. You know, an orb that you can place in a pedestal in a temporarily unstable area or next to a rift. And the idea is that rift would charge over time, you know, and it would store that rift essence in there. And then you could use that item, carry your orb with you, and then use that item like a potion. But instead of just being consumed, you would consume whatever the internal charge would be. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was thinking for, like, a mana kind of potion. Now, things could change, right? Because I've had that idea for a while, and I'm like, oh, it'll be like a tier 3 or 4 kind of thing. But I also have to see what things look like with the Bastion. So you can convert the charred grimoire into some essence. Oh, you know what? I mean, maybe I could make it to where you could put it in a Nexus. I just remembered the other thing I wanted to add. I'm gonna make a note of it in here. It's gonna be unlock. Here we go. I wanted to add a new kind of Nexus. I think I was gonna call it a vault. I'm just gonna put vault question mark. So for tier 2, I wanted to make a new kind of essence, but it was going to be more like an essence storage container. And then you would be able to place it down, and it would be able to take all 3 of the essence types. So it would be like a one-stop shop for everything. Does meditating work? Yes, it does. It does work. If I use the bracelet, you would probably see it better, like the meditation effect. And I wanted to put the Bastion in because I do not want people to use this bracelet anymore. I want to convert the bracelet into like something that's going to give you a long-term buff. Oh, it's not soulbound to me. Oh, I need more mana. There we go. Oop. Let me guess, something changed. And the bracelet is no longer something you can wear. Okay, can I have a couple minutes to finish up? Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So everyone, I am gonna have to head out. Gotta go. Oh, and I gotta write a note to myself because you cannot equip. It must be called something different now for the wrists. So good time to add the Bastion, I guess. Yeah, but meditation does work. It's just I'm tier 4 and I have no mage armor or anything on, so it's really brutally slow. I feel like if you want a charred grimoire to be useful, it shouldn't be required for anything too strong, or else people will, like you said, farm charred grimoires by just suiciding over and over. Yeah, that's the thing. I like the ideas that you have. We should talk later, Loadclaw. If you're on Discord, I can help you set up your environment since you're done moving. And then maybe we could talk about these ideas because you've been bringing some good ideas here, and I want to jot all of these down. Message me anytime. Sounds good, my man. Sounds good. All right, let's find someone to raid. Twitch. Twitch.tv. Who is playing Vintage Story? Who do we have here? Hey, we actually got quite a few people. I'm glad I got so many people watching. That's awesome. Who are we gonna raid? Oh man, there's some new people I haven't seen before. Moving. Let's try and go a little deeper here. Who's this? Indigo Fox. Oh, Flax. Ooh, that's a good one. Harvesting Horrors. Maybe. Vintage Story, day 1, first look, don't know any. You know, I kind of want to go with the Flax here. We'll go with this person here, Indigo Fox. Oop. I will do exclamation raid / raid. Boop, boop. There we go. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Since I don't have work tomorrow, I will probably be back on later. I'm either going to finish this out and maybe add charred grimoires because I really like that idea, or I may live stream. I'll do something, but it's probably going to be Magic Mod related. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you, Dr. Bright, for the follow. Haviotis for the follow. And it looks like there was actually someone that followed off stream. Elper Delarius. And I butchered that. Thank you for that follow as well. Loadcloth, thanks for stopping by. Blurry, everyone. Have a great evening. And again, I may be streaming again. Who knows? You know, I like to be random. Yeah, let's show the love and have a great night, everyone. Bye.